New Year's Eve, the perfect time to reflect about your questionable decisions, like endlessly running around the Orgrimmar Bank in Classic WoW, or endlessly flying around Dornegal in Retail WoW. So let's change that with some steps in the right direction. Let's go over the best ways to start your new year right in World of Warcraft. A new year means a new you, at least for the first couple days or weeks, but make those days and weeks fun and hopeful before you slowly revert back to your old ways. Make it a resolution to ride around in style and finally get some new mounts for your collection. Ashes of Alar from Tempest Keep is an easy one to farm. Just run in and tag Kael'thas, listen to him ramble on, kill his advisors, ramble some more, and you could get a chance at one of the most iconic mounts. Maybe you'd rather get everything in order, and cleaning up your bags is a great place to start. Everyone has cluttered bags with a few items from 5 expansions ago that you want to get rid of, but aren't sure what those items are even for anymore, so just tuck them away down at the bottom of your inventory slots. Or, in this case, your Orc Hunter from 20 years ago that still has gingerbread cookies from 2005 and arrows that aren't even usable anymore. But I might need those arrows for when they, bring arrows back. You can also take the advice of Lorewalker Cho and
slow down.
Make it a habit to stop and smell the flowers more often. Pick a zone you haven't been to in a while and walk around, taking in the scenery and appreciating the little things that you never picked up on before, like a hidden cave up in the mountains, an island where crabs wear dragon bones, or that there's dwarves sledding down the mountain in Dunmoreau, and there's also a pug on a sled. I've always said the best way to bring in the new year is to find a pug on a sled. New Year's Eve parties are a staple of the final day of the year, so what better way than to have those experiences in Azeroth? Just like in real life, you can spend it admiring the partygoers from the corner, too socially anxious to engage in small talk about the New Year's resolutions that they're definitely going to follow through with this year. But it's not all bad. There's board games you can play, music you can dance to, or cats you can pet. Nothing says you're ready to bring in the new year like making friends with the local cats. Or, when people are having too much fun, head down the street to the Scurvy Lamb, where people are just reading books and discussing them in a civilized manner. They even have shrimp cocktail, although I don't know how long that's been sitting out for. Like we mentioned earlier, some people want the thrill of going out for New Year's Eve, but the thought of large crowds is a nightmare, so why not go out to eat instead? The Capola Cafe in Borealis is a quaint little spot right on the water if you want a relaxing, cozy meal to bring in the new year with someone special. If you're alone, grab a seat at the bar and talk to the bored barkeep, who actually has some solid bottle flipping skills. There's even a nearby fire pit where you can fade into a food coma after your meal. Or maybe you'd rather go back to a better time when things were a bit more intact. Fiala Sweetberry of the One More Glass shop has some excellent options, ranging from the pungent Vrykul Gamalost, which they say it gets better with time, to the Moistazunian Feta, which has a nice creamy texture. In fact, I was pretty surprised to learn that there's over 40 different types of cheeses in World of Warcraft, so really, there needs to be a eat every type of cheese in WoW achievement, or an achievement. Sorry. Unlike Times Square in New York City, which is jam-packed, cold, and a test of your patience while you stand around for hours waiting for a ball to drop 141 feet, Orgrimmar and Stormwind are the perfect places to celebrate the new year. Shoot some toy fireworks like the Pandaren Firework Launcher, which creates your own mini fireworks display. If you didn't get it from Mop Remix, Ahone the Wanderer in Kunlai Summit has a 10% chance to drop it. If you don't have the time and need those fireworks right now, your local friendly engineer can craft some for you. You can also just buy them on the auction house, but that's probably going to be packed and hard to navigate. Speaking of which, you can also go crazy on the dance floor in the auction houses, which can genuinely be some of the most chaotically fun experiences in WoW. And unlike in real life, you don't have to worry about the smell radiating from the Tauren who's been sweating for hours. And after all that, find a good spot to relax and watch the professional fireworks take place, without the dread of knowing you'll have to sit in stop and go traffic afterwards for hours as you attempt to get back home. Head to your favorite capital city, and every hour, on the hour, enjoy the best fireworks show World of Warcraft has to offer, starting at 6 p.m. server time. You can even use the Shade Scale toy, an 11% drop chance off Shasera and Nazjatar to make the sky feel like it's midnight already. If that doesn't drop, Inky Black potions work great too, maybe even better. Or if all that sounds like too much, there's plenty of cozy houses located all around Azeroth where you can find a warm bed and fall asleep at 10 p.m. But no matter how you choose to celebrate New Year's Eve in WoW, there's no wrong way. So have a happy new year. But really though, clean up those bags. I don't know what's growing on those gingerbread cookies after 20 years.